have returned from the dark lands of no computer, from the lands where computers blow up on us. And finally, we have a new beast. And with the new beast, we reign in a new era of higher quality. As I said, when you took me to the tippity top of the affiliate mountain, when I got there, I would put effort into the stream, and so I have. Hello, Westrom. Hello, Smurfy02. Whoop, whoop, new beast, says Smurfy02. Femme Fatale. Oh, lovely pre-roll slide. Thank you so much. The era of the beast, says Femme Fatale TF2. Smurfy Henry. Hi. The era of the beast. A double ah, because what is happening? I'm very excited. Not a whole ton is happening. We're taking this step by step. I'm doing as best I can with these streams. Let's get some of the music in there. I need to turn the music for myself down, though. There we go. Is that a good volume? Cool. All right, yeah. So, what are we doing today? I don't really know, but it had been too long. Hey, you can play Choo Choo Charles for us now. I can play Choo Choo Charlie for you now. I can indeed. In fact, let me... Do I have that installed? Choo Choo Charles. Let's just install that briefly while we're all chatting and talking here. I also installed 7 Days to Die because I thought that'd be a fun one. Played about 5 minutes of it last night. Nearly jumped out of my skin. Oh, wow, this is a really cool setup. Thank you, Western Beer. I am in bed, though, and will probably fall asleep soon. Oh, no, Jen Hen. Well, you know what? Thanks for hanging out all the same. 3 minutes is my bet. Time to try to burn yourself while ironing and chatting in the stream. Ironing and chatting in the stream. Ah, I see what's going on here. All right, so there's lots of things we can do today. Kane Pixel came out with a new Backrooms video. We got some new things going on in the Minecraft server. It's been a while. It's Phasmophobia Tuesday for me, so I'm chilling before the gang gathers for ghost hunting. Oh, I also have Phasmophobia. That'd be an interesting one. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up. We're going to start a game. We're going to see where it takes us. I am going to quickly do some pre-game business here to make sure we're all set up and ready to go. Everything, shut up. Shut up. Do not make the sound, thank you. I'm still learning how to juggle on my dashboards properly, but I think things are generally working a lot better than they were before. I think as we can see that we're getting a higher everything. It's just moving smoother. We're able to do more things. More things are happening without the stream freezing and dying on us, which is always good. Let's go here. Quick actions. We fed the beast. Alright, so I want to look at something first. Okay. So every once in a while, Twitch likes to give me recommendations on what I should play. Let's see here. You know what? We haven't played in a while, actually. And I feel like we owe it to come back to it a little bit. I think we're going to start with about half an hour of Cult Simulator because we've left the cult on its own for a while. And cults are something you need to maintain. We all know this. We're not a cult. We come here together. We praise pierogi. And we drink Monster Energy together as our sacrament. But yeah, you need to maintain cults. And so we haven't really maintained the cult in a bit. And last time when we left the cult off, it was hurtin'. It was hurtin' to say the least. So let's see if we can get it into a better spot. We're just going to set this up quickly. And then I'll switch screens here. I'm still not very good at juggling these screens, but I'm trying my darndest, aren't I? Creator dashboard. Alright. Let's dip out of the music for a bit. There we go. Chatty, chill. Oh my god. Chill. Okay. So we are back with that. Cool. So we've changed the information. Alright, cool. Now. Ah. Ah. There we go. Sorry, give me a second here. There we go. All hail Pierogi, Monster Energy Cult. There we go. See, we've got some components on the screen that we can update. Let's move this up a little bit though. Oh fuck, can't move it up. Maybe I'll remove that in the near future. We'll see. We're still testing things out. I want everybody to give me their feedback about how this is all working. Nothing's final. We're working on absolutely everything, okay? So, let's see here. I need to get my... I like to have my chat up on my phone because I'm still waiting on my second screen. So, if you see me staring down, it's because I'm trying to see what's going on in chat. Watch. Nope, go live. Stream manager. Aha! There we go. My roommate damaged my car the other day, and I've been dealing with insurance all day. Oh my gosh, Femme Fatale, that absolutely sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. Alright. So we're continuing game. So last time when we left, we had lots of activities, but it seemed that Mike LeBeau kept wanting to leave us, and so did Witch Witch. So we're going to see what we can do here. This is a fun little game. Protest over. Leader demand received. Okay. Apparently, flowers are fantastic for wasps. I love wasps. Okay. So, let's see here as I'm fixing up everything. Alright, so if I remember the controls. Okay, so this. Alright. 4 points available for Lauren Unger. I don't know who Lauren Unger is, but who's talking? Western Vare. We're going to rename it to Westrum. Yeah. Vare. There we go. Rename cultist. Westrum. I think you are you're good at planning things. Yeah, that's what you do. Alright, tons of things are broken. Tons of things are broken. We got tons of heat. Mood break recovery. Protest over. I hate that person. Covert ops. Leader demand received. I guess that means we need to do potted plants. Potted flowers. Let's go. Bam. Put one in the toilet. Put one in the room. Put one over there. Put one in the other room. Put one here. Put one there. Is this enough potted plants? Have I met the demand? I'm not really quite sure. Compound. Collect. Bait them in. Collect potted flowers. Okay. That got us some things we needed here. Missions. Require acquisition. Alright. Plus 16 heat rating. That's okay. Retrophrenologist. That is a 100% chance of succeeding. That's 9 faith, 19 influence, plus 16 heat rating. Okay, begin mission. PR campaign. We could use some more PR. PR is good. Assign. Femme Fatale. Are you good at this? 66% chance. Screw it. Wait, what? Can we only go on one mission at a time? Huh. Okay, I guess we can only go on one at a time at the moment. Listener was injured, listener was injured, listener was injured. Oh no, why is everyone so injured? Hygiene decreased by 30. Dirty hands whilst eating. Fish mouth. Man, this call has a real problem with fish mouth disease. Alright, so if I remember correctly, we wanted to get to the leader's sanctum, which means we have to do heat reduction. The guidance is required. Do it now. Except as don't have challenge. I don't have time for this. Okay, so we're going to go back to research. We need to get the leader's sanctum. That was the first major goal that you're given is the leader's sanctum. Followers. Okay, how many listeners do we have? We can get 2 more listeners. So we take followers and we convert them into listeners because listeners are the cult followers. Followers are not followers. They're kind of like your initiates. The listeners are the one who live on the compound. Okay. So sermon quality wasn't great. What rooms do we have? What new rooms do we have? Tiny Terror's Temple. We already have this in here. Let's see here. See room specific object. Spirit table. No. Okay. Innocuous plant. Set room specific. Bronze idol. Prestige 2. Comfy pew. Can we replace these pews? How do we get rid of pews? That's what I want to know. Maybe we'll just replace that entire room. Hi, says Wannabe Cryptid. Hello, says Sunderluctula. Hello, guys. Nice to see you all in here. I've been slimed, says Retrophrenologist. Poor Alec. Oh no, injured person in the cult. Cults are high maintenance. They need lots of energy, drinks, hugs, and podcasts. Yes. Oh, yes, everybody. So today's episode was actually, for the most part, written by Mike LeBeau. So make sure you go and you tweet some nice things at Mike LeBeau, because I know that'll make him feel extremely happy. It was the first thing he's ever written that's been put on a podcast, which I think is wonderful because I think it is so totally well within his character. And it was just so much fun kind of adapting that into the podcast. So make sure everyone goes and listens to this week's episode of Tiny Terrors. Since we're on a weekly schedule, and so far we've been able to maintain 2 weeks of main outcomes. We got a bomb? It's not something you want a cult to have. But yeah, so Mike LeBeau worked really hard, and that's the first thing he ever wrote. And, you know, I think it's awesome to encourage people in those things that you think, you know, try and support the things you want to see in the world is essentially what I'm trying to say. Archie Garrett. Archie Garrett, you're a spin master. So yeah, make sure to go listen to that. Make sure to leave a rating or review depending on if you listen on Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen, because that also helps the podcast. And make sure you go tweet something nice to Mike. And don't forget to tag Tiny Terrors so I can also repost it so more people can see the praises of Mike LeBeau, because much like Mark in the podcast, we need to protect Mike LeBeau at all costs. He's an absolute legend of a human being. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's lots of things going on the screen right now. If I'm being it's like a bath, but without water. That's disgusting. Flop off. None of these people look particularly happy. All right, let's try and convert 2 of these people. Recruit. Let us see. You have one positive thing. Let's recruit you. Deciding result. Yeah. Charlotte Wallace. Okay, who's in here? Jen Hen. All right. This is now Jen Hen. Rename Cultist. Cool. Cultist is level 1. Okay. Let's see here. Who else has got some nice positive stuff? Natalie Shaw. Natalie Shaw. All right. Who else is in? Oh, she old. All right. Let's see here. Eku V. Eku V. You are now an old lady. If this is about the newest episode, I can't wait for you to catch up. Yeah, I can't. I can't wait for all of you to catch up with the new episode. I really liked it. I thought it was fantastic. I thought Mike had a ton of fun with it and did a great job. It was very unlike the episode before, but isn't that the great thing about, different writers and being able to bring in multiple talents because everyone has their own voice? So I think that's fantastic. Oh, our sermon quality has improved. Thank goodness. We get more influence, which means our research goes faster. Objects. Let's see here. Maggot rejuvenation therapy. Is there... Let's see room specific items. What have I not? I have a ton of slot machines. I have a vinyl record player. Dominoes, board game. Screw it. Let's put in another one of those. I don't really know what's going on in there. Nothing about that room makes sense. I'm not very organized, as one can see. Also, if you've ever listened to the podcast, you know, because I just upload random episodes all the time. All right, let's see here. What's going on in the chat? Why, says Smurfy02. Smurfy02, you're going to be our next cult listener here when I get some more room too. Archie Garrett, begin. PR campaigns. Go get us some good PR. Cults need good PR, right? Run. Run with the mission, Archie Garrett. Yeah, they're going off to go get us some friends. Okay, inspiration. So this is what we need. Okay, we need to build the leader sanctum so that we can select our theme. And clearly, we're going to go darkness because we are spooky kids. Hey, Rusty. Is Rusty in the chat? I didn't even say. Oh, hi, everyone. Finally made it to stream. Haven't listened to the newest episode yet, but I will tomorrow, I hope. A lot of people listened to it today, and it's absolutely fantastic. We need to get the numbers up, though. Isn't that the constant struggle? The constant struggle is to always try and get the numbers up. There is no room to just sit back on our haunches. Bluffing. We're going to go up to bluffing. Your quality is very poor. Daily cost 38.4. My God. Compound. Complete 5 missions. Pierogies work. Okay, so we need this. We need to research and build it. Missions. PR campaign. Turn it in, baby. PR rating increase. That is fantastic. We absolutely need that because as you can see, our PR rating is 57 out of 1,000, and our heat is 573 out of 1,000. That's not good. It's not good. I think we're probably going to leave this one alone because we don't need the increase for whatever it is. Research is almost done. Let's see here. What other rooms can we do? Can we go into... I want to... How do we... Okay, delete object. There's like a sermon happening right now. Okay, so we're going to delete this one. We're going to put a comfy bench in there. Then we're going to delete... We're going to carefully delete these benches so that we don't... We have to wait for these people are out of here so we can delete these benches. Because we want to replace these all with comfy benches. Aha. Comfy pew. How much money do I have? Oh, I've got tons of money. Okay, we're good. We got tons of money. Alright. Alright. With riches come comfy pews. Let's just say screw it. Yeah, and then we'll delete this last one, and we'll make sure they're all comfy. Cool. Nice. Now everyone can fit. They're all comfy pews. Fantastic. We're improving the quality of our cult. Followers. What's going on with followers here? Sabrina Kaufman. What's going on with you? She's the only one with the green. Listener was injured. Eku V. Broken filter bits? Dirty hands while eating. Bladder decreases 30% faster. Oh, no. Massively filled feet. Dirty hands while eating. Okay. Do we need a sink in the kit? Is there a sink option? Canteen, vending machine, water cooler. No, there's none of that. I think we need more sinks here. Sermon quality is up to 3. Listener capacity is 21. Listeners taking part, those 12. It's not great. That is not great. Sink standard, trough. Okay, so we got some more sinks so people can wash their hands, because apparently none of you like to wash your hands. Alright, we're going to pause quickly. Going to delete objects here. Oh, no! Oh, those were the basic beds. Oh, that was a waste of money. Okay. But we're going to delete object, delete object. We're going to do locker, locker. Specific objects. I guess that's fine. I guess that one makes sense. Alright, cool. Whatever. Research. Heat reduction missions. Cool. So now we have heat reduction missions. So now we need... Oh, no. Okay, Pool of Revelations. Research. Play. So we need Pool of Revelations. We need Moonshine Distillery. And then we need the Sermon Skill Boost, which gets us to the Leader's Sanctum. Okay, that makes sense. Oh no, life lessons, honestly, what's going on here? Being a cult leader makes you rich. Yeah, no kidding. Hey Rusty, hey Rusty, hey Rusty. I didn't get to say anything, but thank you so much for joining the stream and following us, Ferez636. And also, thank you, Suzanne the Bass. Suzanne the Bass. Appreciate you, Suzanne the Bass. Yeah, we're like one follower away from 69. Nice. Which is good. Good. Heat reduction. Good. Femme Fatale. Begin mission. You're on an important mission to go reduce our heat because our heat is insane. But yeah. Like I said, you know, we got to affiliate. So bought a new computer. Makes a lot of sense. I'm not going to lie. Buying that computer yesterday, or 2 days ago, I was going in for a new CPU because I needed a new CPU. And then I was like, you know what I need? A new motherboard. And then you know what ended up happening? I was like, you know what? Looks like I haven't updated anything on my computer in a bit. You pass a crowd of people, stood around a market stall. You push to the front and see that the owner is an artist selling a range of bizarre cartoon apes surrounded by brightly lit frames. He approaches you as you inspect them. Want to purchase some new futuristic primate artwork? It's basically my normal primate artwork, but in a high-tech neon frame that lights everything up. They're totally rad, man. I'm calling them neon fluorescent tributes. Tell me more. You'll need to change the batteries every 30 minutes. Sounds reasonable. How much? 5,000. A bargain for sure. I'll take it. Nice. Gained a neon. Cool. Children discouraged from playing Dungeons and Discos. Did you hear about Dungeons and Disco's new open gaming license? Uh-oh. Children are being discouraged from playing the popular game Dungeons and Discos after mall security yesterday attempted to stop a halfling and a dwarf dressed in large collared suits trying to dance into a donut stand. After failing a dexterity check, security ended up knocking icing mix over 4 customers. Parents are fearful their children could be the next funky criminals to dance through a public area. Read more on page 7. It's kind of funny. Alright, duration. New mission available at the corner store. Mission, heat reduction, so we're good. Turn in. Heat reduction decrease. PR campaigns. Dungeons and Discos. I don't know what this is, but I want the disco ball. Retro Phrenologist, we're going to send you off to go get that. And then PR campaign. Who's good at public speaking? Earl Grey. No. That's not what we want. We want... Yeah, but we can only do one at a time. That's super annoying. All right. Research. Research is done. That means Pools of Revelation, Moonshine Distillery. Okay, so we can build Pools of Revelation now. Let's go ahead and do that. Rooms. Pools of Revelation. Where do we want to put that here? We'll do a nice... nice long... What? What's going on here? Why can't we build it? What am I missing here? Overall cult happiness. Okay. Listeners are unsure the pierogi is listening all the time. I can assure you pierogi is listening all the time. What is... Where's the error? I want to know what the error is. Why aren't you telling me the error? Rooms, pools of revelation. Is that a research I have to do? Let's see here. Hypno chamber, paint, infirmary, listener cap. Is there any cap here that says recreational room upgrade 2? I'm not seeing anything. Okay, well that's a little frustrating. Oh well. What do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? Improvisation, Jenhen, you are a comedian, and you, Eku V, are good at planning. Cool. Missions. Things are moving a little faster here. Okay, I gotta move a little faster. Turn in Dungeons and Discos. We got a new disco ball. Let's go into here. Set room specific items. Nope. Objects. Disco ball. Yeah. Cool. And then we want to, let's go in here. We'll go object, ape. And we'll just confuse people. We'll confuse people. Who's the leader of this cult? Me or the ape? That'll be their first thing. They come in, they're like, oh, you know, that's a wall of whimsical photos. They see my photo right there, and they see the ape, and they're like, oh yeah, look at that, it's kind of whimsical. And they go into every other room once that they've come in, and they see me everywhere. Split container parts. Dirty hands while eating. Why does everyone eat with dirty hands? This is so annoying. All hail Pierogi. Pierogi's always listening. Arg, I gotta do a heckin' learn. Lurk. Oh no. Westrom has to do school. Disco Stew is here for you. You'll like this one. Yes, very fun. Cults are fun. This cult's fun. I'm not sure if all cults are fun. Gotta love a whimsical cult. So true. Pierogi is listening better than the listener. This is also true. Sometimes I feel like I listen to my podcast more than anyone else does, but that's okay. I am the Pierogi. Okay, so we're entering into day 29. I think we've done some pretty good... We've made some pretty good progress in 29 days. We also haven't had... We haven't had any run-ins with the Karens recently. What's going on here? What's this? What's this? What? Oh, it's because the meditation stage needs to get fixed. Okay. So research, missions, heat reduction. This is one we need to do always. Begin mission. Go next, wee woo. Go forth and reduce our heat with the Poe. Okay, now I need to try and figure out this one. Pools of revelation. Room owned. Recommended room size. Why aren't you building the damn room, man? I don't understand why it's not... Okay, maybe we just need some more research. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not really quite sure. Yes, there were a lot of fish people. Yes, there were a lot of fish people, because all of you, I don't know why, wash your damn hands. See, I'm watching. Everyone's washing their hands. So what's the issue? Why is everyone not... Why does everyone have such dirty hands then? That's what I want to know. Heat reduction, turn in. Oh, we got a giant egg and a pirate ship. Nice. Fantastic. Compound, what's going on here? Complete 5 missions. -8 to heat. So now we just have Pierogi. I really want to hit that. I don't know if I want to go much further than the theme, picking the theme of our cult, making it a dark cult, but I want to make sure that we actually hit that today. Also, while this is running, I just want to quickly go to my Twitter. Oh my gosh. Here's the thing about here's the thing about new computers. You got to log into absolutely everything again. Cool. Alright. Tiny Terrors. Coal Weave. Did you know? That sucks. I don't like that I did that. Oh well, that's okay. So I tweeted out my announcement for the Twitch stream on the wrong Twitter account, which upsets me a little bit, but that's okay. We can get past it. All right, so the sermon quality is still increasing. The overall cult happiness is, I believe, still increasing. Heat is reducing, which is good. Faith is increasing, also good. All right, we're almost done the research, which leads us to... We just need one more, the sermon skill boost, which will also be good for us. And then we can also make moonshine. What is this? Minimize. Okay, so that just stays up there all the time. I don't know if there's... Is there a room cap? I feel like there shouldn't be a room cap. That makes little to no sense to me. EcuV, we're gonna give you full planning. Max 7 out of 8. That's really good for planning. Okay, cool. We're gonna rush through the night here. Ooh, also, Kame Pixels released a new Backrooms video, so we're probably gonna watch that today. You only have like 20 Twitter accounts though. How could you confuse them? Horrific Nathan, I know. It's 3. And it feels kind of silly, but it also, you know what, I'm not going to lie, I really like the ability to retweet my own stuff. Sometimes I feel like, ooh, leader demand received. Place 8 lava lamps. I can do that in the dead of night. Yes, I have 3, I'll put one in the washroom. Put one here. Put a second one in here. Put 2 in here. 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 Not in the Contact the Dead room. But we'll put one there. Cool. So the leader demand should be done now. That gave me nothing. I'm not really quite sure what that does. Order. Max ingredients. Buy ingredients. Prepare. Canteen. Serve. Vending machine. Gruel. Okay. Tiny Terror's sermon. Room buff, experience gain. Okay, so I'm starting to learn what's going on here. Not great, though. I'm not very good at this game. That's okay, though. All right, so this looks like a big one. Okay, so we're gonna assign listeners. So that gets me 0. That gets me 0, 0. EcuV. 100% chance. There we go. So they're all going out on a mission. Once again, reducing the heat with the bow. Research, return, sermon skill boost is the last one we need before we hit our leader sanctum. Leader sanctum is the next big jump. Moonshine distillery. What is this? Why is it? Oh, build foundation bricks. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's how we do it. All right, do it now. As you pass the park, a snappily dressed man steps in front of you. He stares directly into your eyes for slightly longer than feels comfortable, with an odd grin that seems too big for his slender face. Come one and all, for the hedge maze is open, he says to you in an oddly quiet, hissing tone. Come one and all, for the hedge maze is open. There you go. He says to you in an oddly quiet, hissing tone. You notice that it seems quieter than you ever remember it being before, and you are sure this maze was not here last week. It certainly could have not grown so fast in that time. You look out towards the rest of the park for some kind of reassurance. You stare intently at distant park patrons. Are they even making a sound? Are they even moving? Can they see what you see? With a strange grin still on his face, the man continues. Open right now, just for you. Complete it in time and gain my reward. I am my own compass I'm in. The man nods with your acceptance, and as if rehearsed said 1,000 times before, finishes by cryptically saying, Never sit still, see your rivals left behind. Do not end up in the rain, take the right choice, figure out the maze and go straight to the top. So left, right, straight. Left. End up in the rain. End up in the rain. You stand before... Take the right path. Do not sit still. Rivals do not end up in the rain. Take the right choice. Figure out the maze. Go straight to the top. You stand before a large... go straight. Outcomes. Gained hedge maze. You make it to the end of the maze successfully. The man is already standing, waiting for you at the end, as if he knew you would succeed. Still grinning in an odd way, he rasps, You have chosen wisely. As you leave, you realize you can hear the sounds of park patrons again and decide to look back towards the maze. There are many people there, but you can no longer see the strange man or his hedge maze. Got a hedge maze, guys. There you go. Pizza lamps. Personally, I'm a fan of pizza lamps, though. A little greasy, but totes worth it. Naturally, says Rusty. Sometimes when the lava lamp is off, you gotta add some salt lamp. Really brings out the flavor. I ate a glow stick one time, and I'm still convinced that I'll someday glow. Suzanne the Bass. I'm not sure if I've ever seen you talk in chat, Suzanne, but that was funny. I enjoyed that. Okay, so we can do a hedge maze now, but first we're gonna do... Yes. First we'll do... What? Nope. Foundation brick. We should be able to just do this. There we go. Foundation brick. Rooms. Distillery. Set room specific items. Moonshine barrels. Moonshine control. Moonshine still. There we go. Now we want to build a cell door, because this is secret stuff. We don't want the policeman to find it. And then we want to, I guess, brick? No, that's walls, floors. How do we do floors again? Rooms? How do we build pathways? Oh no. Oh no. Objects. Oh, objects. Path. That's not it. Room specific. Rugs, outdoor decor, shrine of light, outdoor lighting. Ooh, we should do some outdoor lighting. Apple tree also. You know, let's put an apple tree there. Outdoor flooring. Outdoor paving. There you go. Cool. So now we've got a distillery. Want to build another room. That'll be our discombobulation or whatever the hell it is. Room. Covert ops. Oh, we don't have a covert ops room. There, this will be the covert ops room. Set room specific items. Covert ops. Lockers. Planning board. This is really big. Oh my god, planning desk. This is very big for whatever. I don't know. I just wanted to fill it out. Build. Cell door, because it's covert ops again. Outdoor. Oh no. Paving. Outdoor paving too. Alright. Missions. Heat reduction. Turn in. Ooh, baby. Minus 49. Okay, so we've gotten our heat down 200 now. That's good. PR campaign. Assign listener. Who's good? Nah, 66% chance. I'm not going to take a chance on that because it increases our heat when we do that. Alright. So I more or less want to stay away from that stuff. I want to stay away from here because our leader sanctum, I'm not really quite sure how that pans out, but I want to leave enough room just in case. Energy spa, pools of revelation. Pools of revelation control. Pools of revelation. Okay, that's a shitty room. I did not think about how that was going to look. But you know what? Is what it is. Once again, the door with the window, because we get no privacy in this call. And then we'll go paving. Outdoor paving. Oh, overshot the mark, but that's okay. Alright, Jen Hen, what do you want? What do you want? Your improvisation. You'll be the cult comedian. Oh! Oh! Okay, so sermon skill boost. Now, leader sanctum. Finally. Okay, let's see here. What? How? I don't know how to really put it. Nathan will be missed by the monster cult. No, Nathan, where are you going? Indoor only pools. Okay, I'm leaving the cult. Indoor only pools. We'll put an outdoor pool. We'll put an outdoor pool. We'll put an outdoor pool. Put an outdoor pool. Do we have it? Nope. But we do have a hedge maze. We do have a hedge maze. We'll put a hedge maze for you. Will that make you happy? A hedge maze? What is this? It's like the world's tiniest hedge maze. Indoors. Oh, whatever. We'll put it beside prestige. Sure. Heat reduction. Assign listener 2. No, that's a 0% chance to succeed. Retro, sorry. EcuV, 100%. There you go. Okay, so we're on our last thing here. I just want to get the themes, and then I think what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the Minecraft server. We're going to check out some of the new builds. We're going to see if anyone's around to play and to participate in some of the activities, but at the very least, if no one shows up, what we'll do is we'll do a tour. There's some new additions, and yeah, we'll take a look at that, and, you know, I very much still frequent the Minecraft server. Unfortunately, with the computer being a pain in the butt last week, I didn't have time for that. Passing the coast, you are halted by a mysterious robed figure. Despite the blinding bright sun reflecting from the sea, the mysterious robed figure is engulfed in darkness, as though the shadows that could be elsewhere cling to them for comfort. An oversized hood makes it impossible to see their face. Slowly, an arm rises, and a spindly finger is pointing directly at you. A calm but rasping voice says, "Prove to me that you are worthy of the honor of life, or drink deeply from the well of nothingness for all eternity. What must I do?" You have been granted the greatest gift of all, the gift of life. Tell me, what have you done to deserve this superlative good fortune? The figure pauses briefly. Justify your existence. I've given pleasure to the world with my beautiful hair. It is not your place to judge. Spin on it. I've earned my bronze swimming certificate. I exist solely to please Pierogi. Judge's gavel. +5 bonus to mood. EcuV gained the trait justified existence. Even by my own high standards, you have acquitted yourself. As you blink, the figure vanishes. The shadows that clung to it disperse back to where they belong. An object lays on the ground where the figure stood. Judge's gavel. Good job, EcuV. We don't question things here, says Wannabe Cryptid. We let it happen. It is what it is. We just listen, says Rusty Crusty. Currently building an underwater home in the ocean. Oh, are you? Sunderlurk Tula. You guys are always building random things, and I find them as I'm just skimming over the map. Yeah. I was not expecting everyone to put so much effort into builds. Otherwise, I probably would have done something like a little bit more with the server. Now I'm afraid to do what I want to do with the server, which is do a little anarchy. We streamed with Martin. I'm not sure if anyone was on Martin's stream, but we streamed with Martin from Rusty Quill. Had a great time, and I think I successfully talked them into coming over to the Minecraft server and kind of playing around a little bit with us. And if they come, then I'm sure I can get Mike as well. Although Mike has a very early bedtime, apparently, which I'm not going to lie. Maybe you need to toughen up and stay up a little bit later there, Michael. Love you, but, you know, stay up a little later so you can play with your friends. Martin is a treasure. Martin is a treasure. Martin's a great person. I really enjoyed hanging out and playing Overwatch 2 with him. He needs caffeine. Martin is precious. Martin is a treasure. Ooh, Martin. Love Martin. We only listen. We hear. Give Mike some Monster. Wish I could have been there. Yeah, it was a fun stream. It was a fun stream. I believe Gem was also there. Bonsai Gem. I played with Bonsai Gem. Bonsai Gem was fun to play with them as well. And Bonsai Gem's always in the stream here, so, you know, I'm always looking for people to play games with. I don't mind playing with listeners of the podcast or viewers of the stream. So, yeah, that was the Overwatch stream, right? I watched that, yeah. What'd you think, Femme Fatale, as a ex-pro shooter person? I wasn't bad, right? That was pretty good. Had a couple 30 bombs. Had a few 30 bombs, actually. And I think I had 4 out of 6 play the games. Not to brag or anything, but I'm going to brag a little bit. Would you be offended if I said I was surprised at how good you were doing? No, I wouldn't be offended at all. I think a lot of people forget that I was a game designer for 5 years, so I play a lot of video games. But yeah, people tend to forget that fact about me. Yeah, I worked in mobile games, but played a lot of fighters, played a lot of shooters. I was tempted to put in Warzone today. I'm not very good at Warzone, but I thought that would be kind of fun to watch on the stream. But I'm not sure if anyone here really likes Warzone. And I'm still kind of playing around like what everyone here likes to watch. So I don't want to like alienate anybody based on, you know, they don't like shooters, they don't like the morality behind them or anything like that. But we'll play more shooters in the future. It's also a lot more fun when you have a group of people, especially someone who's good and who can carry you. But yeah, no, Femme Fatale. I'm awesome at Overwatch. I peaked in Master back in Overwatch 1, so once upon a time I was very good. Now I just play Junkrat and things with Splash and help build momentum and try and use my ult in the proper way. But yeah, Junkrat. If you know Geometry, Junkrat is just such a free gimme. Okay, come on, Leader Sanctum. And hey, if you ever want to play some Phasmophobia, I'm around level 1500, so I can always come by and help out. Oh my god. I'll install Phasmophobia right now, since I can do multiple things on my computer at once without it blowing up. Phasmophobia. Install. 20 gigabytes. Okay, maybe we'll chill on that for a second. But yes, I like Phasmophobia a lot. I really enjoy Phasmophobia. I just never have anyone to play Phasmophobia with. Unfortunately. Because I think it's a great game. But it's always better when you have people to play with. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Everything seems to be working. I'm basically just working. I'm just waiting on the Leader Sanctum. I want to see what happens when we build the Leader Sanctum. And then, I think I'm done with this game for the meantime. It wasn't really the one I wanted to play when I came in, but it's a fun one to start the stream off. Suzanne the Base says, I'm actually curious. I was planning to do both art and cosplay for Tiny Terrors. Would you be fine with that? Yeah, you know what? I really appreciate that everyone asks, but ultimately at the end of the day, do whatever you want with it. You know, there's nothing you could do or make that would, unless it was just like absolutely outrageous and look bad on me, like some weird like Nazi propaganda or something completely fucked up and left wing, like left not left wing, left field like that. Wouldn't hurt. So like I always support people taking Tiny Terrors and participating with it in any way possible. I also come from, we just got Leader Sanctum, by the way. I come from like an age of the internet where like you never really asked. Like no one asked to make fan fiction of all the books that we loved way back in the day, and we all had our own little forums and communities. And you know, once again, it's if someone was to like stream themselves listening to my podcast, not that that would ever happen, even if they were streaming to like 200 people, I'd be like okay with that. Even if those 200 people are only ever going to listen to it on the stream, it still sends my content out into the world, which is good for me and it's good for the podcast. And so you doing cosplay, you doing art is only good for me. So by all means, let me know if you need anything, if I can help at all, because I wholeheartedly support all of that. Always have, always will. And I'm also flattered. Leader Sanctum. Boom. Set room specific. Leader's desk. Orrery. Shelf of artifacts. Mixing table. Good work on unlocking the Leader's Sanctum. This is where you can really get down to realizing Pierogi's grand plans. I can show you how to get things started. First, we have a big decision to make. What do you feel Pierogi has been saying to you? Make a choice. But please be aware that once your path is chosen, there's no turning back. There really is no question here to be had. This path may lead to the Tentacle Lord rising from his murky depths of the world being engulfed in a great inferno. Are you sure? Confirm. Absolutely. Cool. I don't know what this is. Leader Sanctum. Cool. Nice choice. We're going to have a ball. You can take a look at the various unlocks by hovering over the different icons. Technologies are unlocked by increasing your theme rating. As this bar increases, your different tiers will become available and you'll be able to investigate new divine inspirations in Leader Sanctum. Most missions will require you to send listeners on missions in town, but this first one requires me to do some work in the Leader Sanctum. Let's get started. Okay, cool. Investigate. Oh, there you go. Excellent. Now give me a few moments to work on things. Cool. That's annoying. I wish this would go away. Oh, yeah, there we go. I didn't know you could move that. Whoops. Let's go listener cap increase, because we need more listeners. Nope, it's not going to let us until we're done this thing. Cool. Collect. Plus 2,000 money. Mission. Heat reduction. Assign listener. 66% chance. That's bad. Are you being watched? Shape-shifting man could be hiding inside your walls. The Special Observation Bureau yesterday asked residents to be extra vigilant in both their homes and workplaces, as reports suggest a man with the ability to contort and change shape has been getting into people's drywalls. Resident Victor Toons is skeptical of the reports. He said that stuff's definitely not true. I would just ignore those sounds coming from the walls because no one, especially not me, is in there having a gander at my neighbor. It is 100% Victor Toons. Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well. 66. Here's hoping for the best. Leader Sanctum. Divine Inspiration. Start, you gotta start somewhere. Okay. Well, that's taking a long time. Oh, well. Just, complete 3 Divine Inspirations. 3 Divine Inspirations. 3 Divine Inspirations. I don't know. We're just locked in this screen right now, so we're just hope that goes. Oh, absolutely not. Not suspicious. I love people in my walls. Yeah, I love people in my walls too, especially when it's Victor Toons, baby. Okay, so we can research listener cap. Okay, so now it's letting us do that. Kind of weird. I'm getting some. I feel like I'm getting bugs now that we're further in the game. Don't know how I feel about that. I mean, the game generally, I'm having fun with the game. I'm not sure how much more I'll stream it after this, but I'm having fun with it. I hope you guys are too. Please, if you have some suggestions for the stream, put it in the chat. I would much appreciate that. I'm always here to listen to your feedback with both the podcast and the stream and literally everything else I do. Oh, outstanding success. Thank you so much. Minus 63 heat rating. Fantastic. Now we can help the Dark Lord rise without anyone. Also, I see now why we haven't been able to do the thing. Paving. You need a door, don't you? Alright, cool. Okay, that's annoying. There we go. Cool. Now the leader can actually get to his special room, his big special room. We'll put objects in it. Let's see here. What do we have? Giant lava lamp. A casual bomb. A golden statue. And a judge's gavel. Screw it. That helps prestige, right? Yeah, prestige score 34. Alright, that's fine. Pirate ship. Alright, yeah, so basically these things. Worm statue. Yeah. Okay, I see what's going on here. Leader demand received. Listeners receive a minus for 6 hours if they eat food worse than burgers. What? Yeah, we are so far away from being able to serve burgers. I'm in your walls crocheting the wires. No, stop eating my projects, says Smurfy02. Makes you a fee warm inside. The pink stuff in walls tastes like cotton candy, says Suzanne the Bass. Nice feeling of being electrocuted on cold winter nights, says Rusty Krusty. Yummy wires. Okay, what's going on here? Are we anywhere near this friggin' inspiration? No, it's still not happening. Alright, I'm going to give this a few more minutes, see if anything happens, and then I think we're going to move on with the stream. I think we're going to go check out... I don't know, should we do the Kame Pixels back? Should we do some React? Look at some Kame Pixels. I've been wanting to look at Gemini Home Entertainment. That's another analog horror YouTube channel. And there's a couple others, but those are the main ones that I kind of wanted to look at. So that's something we could do. Or we could possibly... I also think going and taking a look at the Minecraft server, and maybe if anyone else wants to log on, we can undertake one of the tasks, such as, you know, cleansing spawn. That's a big one. That's also a big job, though, so that might have to be its own stream. I haven't looked at what's happened on the stream. I know I've seen some screenshots. I've been pretty absent. I have been checking, but I've been checking other stuff, like the builds. I haven't really paid too much attention to the spread of the Deep Dark in the overworld from the Sick Melon Moon. Chimneys are tasty. They have this nice smoky taste. I mean, you guys keep going. I'm going to just incorporate this into Tiny Terror's lore. Is that what you want? Do you want it incorporated into Tiny Terror's lore? I hope by the way, speaking of Tiny Terrors, I hope everyone's been... Alec isn't here, but they're here spiritually. Oh, geez. YES, says Suzanne the Bass. I hope everyone's been enjoying the episodes that have been released since we've come back from Christmas. I hope they're still in line with what everyone likes about the show. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I hope everyone's still enjoying it. Darkness, walls, and floor. Pentagram top. Listeners can now wear a new outfit. Spirit chamber demon projector. That's kind of cool. I kind of want that. 80. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my lord. That's a lot. I want the demon projector though. Oh, now everyone's eating pipes. Good lord. End. Great, that's the first tier unlocked. I can either start researching something new or you can send some listeners on a mission to increase your theme rating to unlock the next tier. The future is yours for the taking. Cole Weaver's out. So basically that's it. All right. Let's see. Let's go today. This I will say, this game is nicely optimized to keep you going. Right? Just as you think like, I think I might just get off, then they're like, hey, you can get a demon projector, and then you want a demon projector. So we're going to wait, and we're going to see what that looks like. I think I can put that in the spirit projection room. That'd be super cool. So here's to hoping. By the way, I'm still a little sick, so I'm sorry if I cough in your ear. It's been a sick week. It's been a spend a lot of money week, and so I apologize for being a little absent from the stream after everyone was so awesome and subscribe to the stream. You know, I want to give you guys your money's worth and make sure that your support is validated, and I intend to do so. And now we have a new computer. We're starting to make some friends that play video games. Trying to get some more things we can do here and there to kind of keep the stream, variety on the stream. What's the word? Good? Good? Is that the word? So, here's to hoping. But yeah, once again, if you're hanging out, if you've got nothing to say in chat, let me know if you enjoyed the episodes recently, or if you didn't like them as much, also let me know. I'm very curious, because I feel like the 3 episodes we released had a little bit of a different flavor. And sometimes it's hard to just live in your own echo chamber of creativity and make sure that you're staying in line with what the audience likes. Not that I would change too much, but, give me food for thought. Your guidance is required on an active mission. Let's see. As you walk through the outskirts of town towards the farm, you see a couple stood next to a 4x4 Jeep attempting to repair it. They explain to you how your day has been going from bad to worse. A pickup truck nearly ran them off the road, the driver confronting them later at a garage, but now suddenly breaking down. The woman explains she was about to walk back to the garage to get help, but they both wonder if they could take a look at the engine before she does. Let me have a look at that engine. The car seems to have no power at all. It does not start, nor do any lights come on. You believe the battery is the cause, but you have to check the holding charge. What is the correct way to see if the battery is holding charge? Grab the voltmeter. Positive. Inform the couple of faulty battery caused by a foul play. Tell them you can easily fix it. Sure. Oh, +3 to planning skills. Nice. Improvisational skills. Gosh darn it, Jenhen. You're stacked, man. That's great. Oh, so this is going to be a big one. I think this is going to take a little longer. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to save game. We're going to go quick save slot, overwrite, autosave, quick save slot. Okay, cool. And then we're going to quit to desktop. Because I think I'm done with Honey, I Joined a Cult. I want to take a moment and I want to just kind of hang out and talk to everybody and see what everyone's up to. And then we'll head over to Minecraft as I open Minecraft up. So, I like my counters without ketchup. They're tasty like that too, says Wannabe Cryptic. Counters are good with X on them. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yes, the episodes recently have been moi. Love them. Oh my god, yes, garlic butter. Yeah, well, okay, thank you for that feedback, Cryptid. I really appreciate that because, honestly, like, unless I see live blogging, unless I see tweets, unless I see, social engagement, I really have no marker. It's not like podcast catchers have anything like a thumbs up like YouTube or like any real discoverability like that. So it's always kind of like a test to see like how much information you can source from your listeners to make sure you're on the right path, make sure you're keeping things in line and keeping things consistent. So I really appreciate that. I really like the new episode, says Rusty Krusty. Feels like it's getting more serious and you start to feel actual danger from things that main characters are facing. Yeah, there's there's some things coming up. And I want to be really careful with how I roll them out. Because there's some other elements to the podcast that I want to do, such as I want to get some like video elements in there. And so I want to make sure that each part of this is hitting different aspects of the lore that need to be filled out. So the videos, I kind of want them to fall in line with analog horror. You know, I think we as a stream and as a community have found a lot of love in analog horror because there's a lot of crossover with Tiny Terrors, and I really like embracing genre. So I think we're gonna see if Mike might be a little interested because I know he does video, but we're gonna try and do sort of maybe a little bit of multimedia stuff, right? But with releasing weekly episodes, I want to make sure that I budget my time properly. Make sure that we can get out the premium episodes as well. There's a premium episode narrated by Mike as well, coming out later this week, and then an episode coming out on Tuesday, and then a premium episode narrated by me coming out next week. So I want to make sure that, with my full-time job as well, that I budget my time properly. But I do want to get video in there. And I'm constantly looking for collaborators. It's always kind of hard to find like niche collaborators. So I've been looking for, put this information out there just in case anyone knows anyone, but I've been looking for someone who can do video. And someone who might want to help me build out some of the... Oh, this is not the vibe I wanted. Give me a second. Can you guys hear that? Okay, that's not what we want. Let's get the lo-fi. Where's the lo-fi at? Where is that playlist I really like? There we go. Aha! Back to relaxing. Bye, Smurfy. Have a good night. Well, it's late here in Sweden, so I gotta head to bed. Okay, have a good night. Thank you very much for joining us on the stream. We really appreciate you and everything you do and all the good vibes you bring. Thank you so much. But yeah, so if anyone knows anyone who does video, if anyone knows anyone in analog horror, or maybe it's one of you guys that likes to kind of jump into that arena, please let me know. Please message me on the Discord. Please message me on Twitter at Coleweave, COLEWEEV. If you notice, there's panels below, so you can just hit the Twitter panel, take you to the Twitter. Once again, if you're new here and you haven't actually listened to the podcast, make sure you go down and you listen to the podcast as well. So that's... Am I also streaming on YouTube at the moment? Let me check here. I am streaming on YouTube at the moment. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, okay. So I got Streamlabs, right? And I'm still trying to figure out everything on Streamlabs. And so the fact that we're streaming on YouTube right now is very interesting to me because I'm not sure I can see any of that. There you go. That's the chat window I want to be in. Okay. Interesting. So, all right. Cool. How do I see how many people are watching me on YouTube then? Gotcha. Cool. There we go. All right. So, Armageddon says hello on YouTube. Sunderluck Tula was also watching on YouTube, so that's pretty neat. But obviously Twitch is a little bit larger. Okay, so we'll just leave that be. Armageddon says X. That's very cool. I didn't know we were also streaming on YouTube. That's fantastic. But yes, speaking of YouTube, if anyone knows anyone who likes analog horror, who actively creates analog horror content, please connect me. I know you all connect with a lot of creators, more than I could ever connect with. So please, 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 please do that. Wannabe Cryptid says, hi, YouTube. Armageddon X. Okay, I gotta go back. I gotta go back to the Twitch because it breaks the source, the chat box here. But yeah, please connect me with them. Please put me in contact with them because once again, there's a lot of multimedia content I want to do. As some of you know, we actually have a Tiny Terrors Exchange website that is very lo-fi intranet, kind of like in the realm of like a GeoCities or something like that. That's tinyterrors.net. It hasn't been released to the public yet. So there's lots of stuff like that that we're doing, and I want to make sure that we keep expanding those things. But also I have to be very wary of my time. But I might do it in the meantime. There's a couple things I want to do. So here's to hoping that I can get some of that out next week, because being an independent creator, being on a network isn't all it's cracked up to be. No one's going to give you a freebie ever, even though, like, hey, listen, it would benefit them as well. Just saying. Rusty Cool, you listening? Benefit you as well. That's okay. Not going to beg for it. But that being said, as an independent creator, you have to throw as much shit at the walls as possible. Excuse my language. I know I don't swear in my stream. I know I don't swear in my podcast. I do swear in real life, though. Sorry to break any hearts. But yeah, you gotta throw as much shit at the wall and try and reach audiences outside of audio drama as much as possible. Because I'll be honest with you, sometimes audio drama feels like a bit of a race against your own burnout. So I'm really happy with how big Tiny Terrors have grown, and I really enjoy how much everyone participates in Tiny Terrors. And like Suzanne the Bass today saying that they were going to cosplay and do art for Tiny Terrors, and that's kind of why I'm spending so much time on Tiny Terrors, because Tiny Terrors is so much smaller than the Town Whispers, but everyone's so much more enthusiastic about it, and that's why I've decided to kind of shift more of my time to making sure that we get consistent content out for Tiny Terrors, as opposed to making sure that we finish Season 2 of the Town Whispers, because the Town Whispers will come back, but I want to make sure that when we come back in the appropriate way, and in the way that's more in line with what I want to do. So, alright, so lo-fi off, and we will, let's see here, live scene. Aha! We are on the server. I prefer listening to the episodes for myself and then writing my thoughts rather than live blogging, but I enjoy episodes a lot. Yeah, you know what? However you choose to engage with it is your... My God, that thing is huge. Oh my God, it was like just kind of like at that spot last time I was here. Okay. Wow. And also, wow. The Deep Dark is rising. Oh, Tula has come on the server. All right, if anyone wants to join on the server, you're more than welcome to join. We're going to play Minecraft for a little bit. We're going to see... There's a cat there. Well, I want to see this. Let's go over there. Is this going to summon... No, it has to be dark, right? Path to Coals. Thank you so much. It has to be dark in order for it to summon that stuff, right? Also, let's just get rid of that. That's terrifying. Oh my gosh. I want all these things gone. Okay, so... The deep rises, and Melon Moon is sick. As I've heard, as I've seen, there are things dropping from the moon. So I want everyone to be aware that it is now imperative that we remove the Deep Dark. We need to cleanse. We need to cleanse. What's going on here? Pub. Oh, that's that thing. Also, we must defeat the Rising Deep. Next stream, we cleanse the spawn. Today, I don't think we'll be cleansing the spawn because I don't think enough of our regular players are here. But I want everyone to know, I want everyone to be signaled that we will be, when everyone is present, cleansing the stream. I don't have much in the way of food at the moment, so it's rotten flesh for us. So I have prepared. I've been mining a lot offerings. By the way, whoever did this was an absolute sweetheart. Thank you so much. And this is also hilarious. I've never really messed with banners too much, so that I found that absolutely hilarious. But I want everyone to know that we've been preparing, okay? We've got axes. We've got a ton of dirt so that we can replace the blocks. And we got hose, because hose... I built a ton of hose for everybody. Actually, someone left me diamonds, so that's what I built the hose with. But just so you all know, the hose break the Deep Dark the fastest, so that way we can cleanse spawn the fastest way possible. And then once we cleanse spawn, I think we're gonna go kill the Ender Dragon. And we're gonna see where the server goes from here. Because once again, I was gonna create a lifesteal SMP. I'm not sure if anyone knows what that is, but I wanted to create a lifesteal SMP. But everyone was just so... See how fast that is? Also, you get experience, but screw these things. But yeah, no, I want to do the lifesteal SMP, but unfortunately, everyone made such cool builds, so now I'm very hesitant to make the lifesteal SMP because I don't want to waste everyone's hard work. So we're in a bit of a quandary here with what we're gonna do, but I want some feedback. I might put out a survey. I might put out a poll. In regards to what we want to do with the server here. If we want to keep everyone's builds, or if we want to go to more of an anarchy server, because I think that would be kind of fun too, you know? If you want to make a big build, if you want to... It's more focused on progression and killing people, if I'm being honest with you, which is kind of how I like to play the game. I like to kind of play the game in a way where it's like, I feel like I have to make alliances, I feel like I have to socialize with people, and I think that'd be fun. But I also don't want to destroy everyone's hard work because the server came so far in such a short period of time. But also that being said, I feel like everyone who actually plays the server is on at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. So maybe that's when I have to do some of the server events. I don't know. Once again, let me know, everybody. We're still trying to figure everything out. But yeah. Want to be cryptid? Well, I gotta go now because school is so shit. So bye. Have fun, y'all. Bye. Good luck out there. Amy Rackle, thank you so much for following the stream. I really appreciate you and your participation here. But yeah. I'm gonna get some XP here. Oh my god. Heck yeah, man. Can it also break the vines? It does break the vines. So this is what I want to do. I want us all to break it, and then we're going to replace it. We're going to place it with regular dirt. Also, we need to take care of this moon. I think it's time for Melon Moon to go away. Melon Moon's sick. I don't know how to fix the sickness in Melon Moon, but we need to cleanse spawn. If we want to save the server, we need to cleanse spawn. It's as simple as that, right? We're in a position now where it's either we save the server or we reset the server. We do what I wanted to do the whole time. But also, I want to give everyone a chance. I want to give everyone a chance to. we'll repair this tree later, but I want to give everyone a chance to advocate for their builds. Because I also don't want to destroy what everyone's built here. But like I said, I'm a big Anarchy server fan. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'll read them. I'll take them into consideration. So, oh, new game means we need to take off. Oh, hello, Tula. Give me a second here. Auto jump off. Done. Also, options, camera, music, video settings. Nope, done. Controls. Keybinds. Alright, I like to have my toggle perspective on button 5. There we go. Haha. There you go. Cool. So we continue to cleanse. Where'd Tula go? There's Tula. What's up, Tula? What you doing? You want a hoe, Tula? You want a hoe? Okay, let's go. Let's go get you a hoe. Let's go arm you against the Deep Dark. I'm the one who was building the clock tower, says Echo V, and personally I wouldn't really mind starting over a new server. It opens up opportunities to build more cool stuff. Well, you know what? If that's how everyone feels, I just want to make sure we're all in the same. The clock tower is by far, apart from maybe Witch's build, the most effort-filled build. All right, Tula, come here. That chest right there. Grab yourself a hoe. Yep. And then there's also extra dirt over here. You can grab yourself extra dirt. Alright, we're going to hang out for a little bit here. We're going to hang out for a little bit. We're going to clean up some of the... That's what I'm going to do. You don't have to do that, Tula, but that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to chat, and we're going to see if we can clean up. See if we can start the process of cleaning up everything here on the stream. And then... maybe when everyone else feels like they want to come on, they can do the same. But it's a big job. There's a lot of Deep Dark, and I think it goes down pretty far too in some places. But these things are terrifying. Alright, let's see. The server sounds very interesting. The server is fun. The server has been an absolute blast. I feel like I let it kind of die out in the last couple weeks. But that was because I was having major issues with my... computer, which is now resolved. So hopefully we can get back to everything being fun here. But I would also like to, I think what I might do, so there's some interesting things, right? Because we obviously want to curate some of the, we want to make sure that everyone feels safe, and some of this is all curated, but also see if we can get some more people who are more video game centric into the server. And so there's going to be a little bit of juggling here with who's on the server and everyone's expectations for moderation and how much they expect me to kind of actively moderate, because I don't really want to be in a position where I'm actively moderating all the time. You know, I think everyone's adults. But if people are being jerks, that's also not good. And so that needs to be remedied and taken care of. So that's not to say that I would just let pure anarchy and shitty attitudes reign, but I would like it so that everyone is kind of... begin cultivating a culture, essentially, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Server sounds very interesting. The only server I play on doesn't have ancient cities, but one of the custom biomes have skulk sensors on top of TNT. Oh my god, that sounds terrifying. Yeah, it'd be really cool to I really like I find that the Minecraft content that I really like is Minecraft content that's more centric to kind of chaos and anarchy and having to like barter with one another and you know, like build trust and you know, make sure that you've got all the gear that everyone else has. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just kind of the content that I like. So I'm gonna try and emulate the content that I like, and we're gonna see you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm basically trying to say I want to delete everyone's builds, but I also don't want to delete everyone's builds because you guys spent so much time and effort on them. So it seems like such a shame to do that. So I'm very torn. I'm very torn with what I want to do. Oh my god, it goes down so far. Oh no. Oh, that sucks so much. No, this is all deep dark? Are you kidding me? Is it just the surface? Okay, it's just the surface. Okay. Wow. I need Aqua Affinity to do that. That's so annoying. Okay. Cool. Alright. As you can see, though, with a couple more people, this would go by really fast. Just saying. But we'll just do a little bit more, and then we'll save that for another day. Maybe we'll just... I think we might... There's some streams where you're trying to find, like, the vibe of the people, you know? I'm finding here. It's kind of like being a DJ. And I'm trying to find the vibe of what everyone's feeling today, so... Let me know in chat what you guys want to do. I'm not too... I just kind of wanted to jump on and let everyone know I was still alive. So... I think I've done that now. I do want to watch Camepixel's new video. But I think I might also stream after work tonight, so maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll stream after work and we'll watch Camepixel's new video. You know what I'm going to do, though? Do I have enough blocks for this? Sure, maybe I do. Okay, cool. We're going to try and block Melon Moon for now to stop the spread. Look at that. Look how much we've already done here. Alright. There we go. So now at least they won't be dropping. I think a restart would be fun, but maybe you can put the world save on the Discord server to download so the builds aren't completely lost. I might do that. I think what I might do is I might do the download, the server download. Kind of my plan was that I was going to do the server download, and I was going to put it on the Discord, and I was going to put it in a Google Drive so that it was safe, so that if we ever wanted to come back to it, we could, and then do a bit of a server reset. But I also wanted to invite a bunch of random people in and kind of open it up to different audiences, people who aren't directly listeners of the podcast. So I'm not sure if everyone feels okay with that. But I want to do this on a stream where I have Martin and I have Mike and I have everyone possible to participate, because I think that's the only real like fun way to do this, you know? I don't want to be a solo man on the server, and I don't want to de-incentivize people, so. That's a really good idea, actually, says Ekuv to Sonderlurk Tula. Talking about the Discord save, but yeah. I think that's kind of the vibe. I think that's what we'll do. Also, if you have suggestions for games you want to see me stream, drop that in the Discord as well. I'm, like I said, always looking for a ton of feedback, so please give me all the feedback in the world. Because, you know, we haven't figured out what the stream is. We're building this together. We're figuring out where we're going. I also have a bunch of horror games on deck that I'm going to play, but I think those need to be late night for me. 7 Days to Die, I popped that in briefly and scared the absolute bejesus out of myself. I want to play Phasmophobia. I want to play Ghost Watchers. I want to play Dead by Daylight. I really like Dead by Daylight. I'm terrible at it though. So these are just some of the games that I want to play in the future, and you know, I kind of want feedback from everyone to make sure that we're on the right path and all kind of participating and enjoying the same content. So alrighty. I might just leave. Honestly, I might just forget this is even here. Let's just do this. Watch this. We don't want to deal with the problem. We just dirt it up. That screaming noise will forever be there. But if anyone wants to clean that up, they can get Aqua Affinity and go down there. Unfortunately, I don't have Aqua Infinity. I'm so far behind everyone else on progression on the server because I was so focused on like builds. There we go. Problem solved. Oh my god, it's everywhere. I've gotten 5 levels though, so that's nice. Someone also broke the path. I'm pretty sure that was a creeper though. But yeah, I think in order to kind of bring this version of the SMP, as kids like to call it, that's such an old man moment, as I like to call it too, this survival multiplayer server. I think I want to at least kill the dragons. I want to get some people on. Maybe want to schedule that one. Depends on if I can just randomly start a stream where enough people are on. But I'd like to have like 4 or 5 people and go kill the dragon together and make sure that we have that sort of resolution of the server. I feel like it's kind of weird to just let a server kind of go by the wayside when you haven't killed the dragon. So we're gonna make sure we do that at the very least. We all ignore the pit. We all ignore the pit. We all ignore the pit. Dig. No dig? Dig. We all ignore the pit. I like that. But yeah. Maybe a little more participation, a little more... Oh no. Oh no. Why is it so deep there? But yeah. I don't know. Minecraft's such a great game for creating memories and hanging out with friends and people. I have a hard time letting go of Minecraft as like a streaming game, as a game I just default to when I don't necessarily feel good in life. I have such a good time playing it, and it was it kept me going through a lot of the pandemic and kept me socializing with my friends who I otherwise wouldn't socialize with. So I never really played it back when I was younger, but it really holds like a special place in my heart now. And so I don't want to not stream Minecraft because it is just so easy to hang out, but also, you know, man, this music's making me feel nostalgic. But yeah. This has really been cool though, this server. Really been an absolute blast watching everyone build and come together. There's in my day-to-day life there's me and one other person who play Minecraft. He's my best buddy. His name's Aaron. And he's the only one who really plays Minecraft with me. I don't really know anyone else who likes Minecraft. I know there are a lot of people my age who play Minecraft, but it wasn't really like this universal activity like it seems to be for younger people. I kind of missed the boat on that by about 5 years. So it's been an absolute blast and such a wonderful experience watching everybody come and me just logging on and all of a sudden seeing like, oh, what is that? Oh, hello, look at this. Oh, there's this little Azalea Island in the middle. Let me help convert that, you know, and just all the even here you go. There's bread. Take it. Tula. Oh no, I just punched Tula for no reason. Come back here. Oh no, I threw it over here. Behind you, Tula. There you go. You got bread. But yeah. I'd like to add voice proximity chat into the game too. I think that'd be really fun. I don't want everyone to I don't want to have to give random people the Discord. You know, I want random people to come on and to try and bring in more people into the community, and that's kind of a way to do it. But I also don't really want to destroy the culture on the Discord. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't really like the energy that some of the people who found us through streams brought. And so it kind of scared me away from sharing the Discord and inviting new people to the server. So, yeah, maybe that could be the remedy. Proximity voice chat on a Lifesteal SMP. By the way, for those who don't know, Lifesteal SMP is you start off with 9 hearts, and you gain hearts by killing other people, and when you kill other people, they lose a heart. And so it promotes kind of like combat, anarchy, and once all your hearts are gone, you're gone from the server. You're effectively banned. I think I would do a temporary ban on the server if you lose all your hearts, if you die. I think what I would do is I wouldn't do a permanent ban, I'd do a temporary ban, and then make sure that no one could just like grief you or like spawn camp you and effectively just ruin your gameplay experience. But I would do a temporary ban and you lose all your stuff. But yeah, it's kind of where I'm at on that. I think a Lifesteal SMP would be really cool. I watched a lot of Lifesteal SMP content the last couple of weeks when I was looking for ideas for what to do with the server, and I think that's a fun one that really promotes interacting with others and having to build alliances. So everything is fine if you ignore the screams in the background. Oh yes, heck yes. Hello all, says Bonsai Gem. Hello Bonsai Gem. I was telling everyone earlier how we played Overwatch together. Thank you for joining the stream. And I was just kind of detailing my plans as I clean up the Deep Dark here in Spawn. I was just detailing my plans for a Lifesteal SMP that I wanted Martin and Mike to play on. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe pass along the message. Maybe I'll drop that in the other Discord. Maybe that's something I can incentivize. Oh my god, I can't see anything. Everything's dark. But maybe that's a way I can incentivize Martin to play Minecraft and Mike there and to play Minecraft, because I think it'd be fun to have the whole squad. But yeah, Lifesteal SMP. Anarchy, chaos. Still don't be a dick, but still a lot of fun. Sounds good. Ooh, yeah, do it. Yeah. I'm not sure if you know what a Lifesteal SMP is, but basically you start off with 9 hearts, Bonsai, and then when you kill someone else, they lose a heart and you gain a heart. And then when a person loses all their hearts, they're temporarily banned from the server. And they lose all their stuff. And, yeah. It would be a very limited world, too. I think I'd only make it 5,000 by 5,000 blocks so that no one could really hide from one another. But, yeah. That's kind of where my head's at right now. If anyone hates that idea, please let me know as well. Maybe we can come to some sort of compromise, but I think that's what I'm going to do in the near future here. Because I have this server, and I pay for this server, and I want to utilize the server as much as I can. Oh my god, are we still cleaning up over here? Oh my gosh. Okay, hey, while we're here, we should probably sleep, eh, Tula? Let's see if Tula sleeps as well. Hey, there we go. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break to go to the washroom, and I'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes. I'm just going to grab some water, stretch, and go to the washroom. So, use one of my nice new stream screens. All right. We are back. Oh, and we're out of window. There we go. I am back. Close the door. All right, let's see here. You know what I just noticed? I forgot to switch my stream info over. Now we're on Minecraft. Minecraft. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. Done. That makes more sense. Perfect. Perfect. How's everyone liking the intro screens and all that stuff? Do you guys like that? M7373, thank you so much for following the stream. Greatly appreciated. And let me know if the notifications are working too. Because this is all new to me. So, unironic makes me sleepy. I think I might fall asleep because of this horrific, hellish noise. The deep dark is an interesting place. Hello, everyone's fine. The noise screams in the background. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're back. We're back. All right, let's see here. Where is Tula still on? Tula's still hard at work. You know what, Tula? I appreciate your dedication. For that, I'm going to go game mode, creative. Creative, enchanting. Let's give you a couple gifts here. I want to give them a great gift. The gift of... Is this all alphabetical? What's going on here? Aha. Tula, for your service in cleansing the deep dark, I want to give you a gift. You're welcome. Game mode. Survival. Because they're such a great person, and they come in here all the time, and they hang out. So I like the screen transition, says Susan the Base. Yeah, no, I think they're pretty cool, too. I'm still trying to figure everything out, though. So it's still a work in progress. I need more dirt. I should have grabbed more dirt from the very get-go. But we've cleansed a lot of spawn, it seems. We've cleansed a lot of spawn. Gotten rid of 2 catalysts so far. So that's good. Oh, I'm so excited for next week's episode of Tiny Terrors. Very, very, very excited. Unironically excited. As opposed to ironically excited. I don't know what the difference would be, but I think you guys will like it. And honestly, I know we're all like loving Mike's episode today. Mike's episode was fantastic, by the way. I also... Last week's story was probably my favorite story to write so far. I really, really enjoyed that. The one with Leonard Kosich. Very, very much enjoyed that story. So, very happy personally with where the podcast is going. I think my goal is, I want to hit, I mean, obviously, I think the mark for like very successful podcasts is having 10,000 people listening to every podcast episode, right? So 10,000 unique people, which is something I'm very close to on Town Whispers, but I would like to hit that on Tiny Terrors. So if anyone has any ideas how we achieve that, let me know. I'm actively working towards that goal and will continue to do so until it happens. Oh, I just love how much experience I'm getting from this. I'm going to enchant the hell out of some of my equipment after this. I love the way that this stuff works. It's so fun. Alright, let's see here. Ba-ba-bam. What is going on over here? Oh, cleaning up the... There we go. Cool. Oh, no. I apologize if I'm a little quieter today. I've been very, very sick the last week, so I think I'm still a little under the weather. I think I'm still a little quiet, but I'm trying my darndest to be entertaining. I want to finish cleansing Spawn. I want to talk about when I'm going to stream next for Hans Clocktower. This thing is so cool. Oh, I think this thing is so cool. And then I want to talk about... I think I want to go over and watch some of the new Game Pixel stuff. It's about a 14-minute video, which means it'll probably take us about half an hour to watch it. As we recap some of the... I'm sorry, I think I have to break that. As we recap some of... Oh, no, cat. I'm so sorry. Okay, I actually can't replace the blocks. But yeah, it's been a while since we watched the last Game Pixel video. So we're going to try and catch up on the lore. I know Film Theorist also has a lore video about it too, so I think maybe if I stream after work tonight, when I'm all jacked up from talking to a million people, we might kind of go and explore what the Film Theorist has to say also. Dragon Slayer Guild sign up, so make sure to sign up for that, so that we go and can slay the dragon. You don't have to be there, it's just more of an intent thing. It's kind of fun. Terrifying. I hate these things. Good lord. Oh my god, it'll just forever scream under here. I was kind of hoping it'd go away, but it's not, is it? Doing a pretty good job here with cleansing, though, I will say that. It's going a lot faster than I thought it would. Make sure to light up now that all the other lights are gone. Alright, Rusty Krusty. Sorry if this question sounds weird, but how would you picture the protagonist of TT to look like? I don't know really who the protagonist is, if I'm being honest with you. Who are you? Sorry. Who are you imagining the protagonist is, Suzanne the Bass? I think I'll go for now. It's late in my time zone. Also, Cole convinced me to listen to the new episode, so now that'll be my bedtime story. Well, Rusty Krusty, I hope you enjoy it. I think it's super fun. So I think Mike did a fantastic job on the story. I think it is so in line with the attitude of his character, kind of where his character's at. So I hope you enjoy it and have a good night. Thank you very much for joining us on stream. Maybe I'll see you later tonight after work when I think I might stream for an hour or two late at night and test some more heavy duty sticky keys. No, I gotta turn that off. Some more heavy duty applications. So let's see here. What else do we got? God, this thing's just so cool. This would have been so much effort. I want to go to the top. Oh my lord! Look at all those. Look at all those shroom lights. Redstone lamps. More redstone lamps. The aged copper. The waxed oxidized copper. Oh my god. Brutal. That takes so much work. Good lord. Very impressive. Well, I like to picture the protagonist to be Cole, Mark, D, and Jess. Why do you have Cole in... Why do you have the C exclamation in the parentheses? How do I see them? I think however you want to see them is fine, you know? I imagine, I mean, we loosely based the characters off, or I loosely based all the characters off of exaggerated versions of ourselves. So my guy doesn't really sleep a lot, a little anxious, generally good-hearted, I guess you could say. Mike's character is like kind of goofy, kind of fun. He's a little bit like the Joker of the group, but he's also kind of like that Tears of a Clown character who doesn't really want anyone else to kind of... He'll be there for his friends whenever they need emotional support, but I don't think he likes to ask for emotional support from his friends. He's a little more haphazard. His hair's a little, maybe like a little more wild. But yeah, that's kind of how I see him. And then D's kind of like your white knight, kind of like your I don't want to say protector, but somewhere in that realm. So like Mark looks like Cole and Cole looks like Mike. No, I mean I would say that Mark looks like Mike a little bit, and then Cole looks like Cole a little bit. I thought Cole looks like Pierogi. What are you trying to say? Huh, Rusty? What are you trying to say? Huh? What are you trying to say, Rusty? That I look like a pierogi-shaped dog? What are you trying to say there? That I'm a fluffy, chubby dog? Can't believe you did me dirty like that. No, I look like me. And the real-life pierogi, my dog named Bella, was a beautiful, beautiful dog. Very weird shape, though. Very weird shape. I should find a real-life picture and share it with you guys. I think that'd be fun for you guys to see that. Yeah, no, I'd say that first off, I definitely look more tired than Mike does. Mike is always energetic all the time. He's an Energizer bunny. So I'd say I definitely look more tired than he does. I don't sleep very well, and he goes to bed at 10 p.m., which is why he never plays on stream with us. Yeah, I don't really know. I think it's... I thought you have human eyes. I think that... Do I have human eyes? I don't know. That's what I was trying to say. Rusty, I'm only giving you a hard time. I'm not offended. I was only just giving you a hard time. I thought it was funny. Yeah, so to answer your question in a very long, roundabout way, Suzanne Base, I think you can just do the characters however you see them. I believe someone put up on Twitter that I look like a pleasantly plump, bearded man with glasses, and that's how they saw my character in the podcast. And they shared like a little bit of art for it. I thought that was pretty funny. I don't really tell anyone they're wrong, so just do it however you see it. You know, whatever makes sense to you, whatever energy the character puts out, that's however I intend you to see me. So that's because he makes sure he gets his sleep, lol. Yeah, I know. I don't. Martin also, I feel like, makes sure he gets his sleep. This might be a sensible English thing, if I'm being real with you. I feel like Martin was like, okay, everybody, it's 12 o'clock. It's time for bed. Brush your teeth. I feel like everyone else... I didn't want to stop playing. Basically what I'm trying to say is I didn't want to stop playing Overwatch that day. I was very sad when we stopped playing Overwatch. I was having a ton of fun. Sensible English people have bedtimes. I can't support that lifestyle. Hello everybody, Martin here. Time to tell you about your bedtime. Make sure to get 8 hours of sleep, everybody. And Mike's just like, 8 hours of sleep? You mean 12? Yeah, that's kind of how I see that conversation panning out. Sensible English people. It's 12 o'clock right now. Me neither. Martin does not sleep. He just pretends he doesn't. Wait, hold up. Martin does not sleep. He just pretends he does. Also, I love that impression. Where I live, like exactly when you said that. Oh, it's 12 o'clock, everybody. Make sure to get your sleepy times. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta get... Hold up here. There we go. I'm surprised no one said anything about that being annoying earlier. That's how I see him. At Rusty Krusty, that's how you see him. At Rusty Krusty. All I know is that Cole is unnervingly tall. Mike and I are both tall in real life. I don't know about it in the podcast, but in real life we're both tall. I'm 6'3", and I think Mike is 6'2" in real life. Just destroying the salt mine here. This sucks. It's like the first thing I built when I got on was Little Mine. Okay. God, it's just friggin' everywhere, man. Alright. That is very unsettling. That might actually be scarier than it was before. Alright, Moonmelon is sick, but we put a band-aid on it for now. That's good. That is good. Bonsai Jam, Twitch TV, Heartless. It's 2 a.m. where I live. That's how I see him. I forgot how to have a normal sleep. Normal doesn't exist to me anymore. Bonsai, what is that? The clip. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'll watch the clip later. I hope it was funny. Yeah, I don't know. Post it. Martin, Mike, and I can all have. Maybe they'll take offense, and we can all have the most polite English sort of beef. Mike will be like, "Well, I find that quite unpleasant." Martin would be like, "Yes, it's quite a gloomy outlook on the English bedtime." They don't ever really say like, "Oh, that's shitty." It's always like, "Well, that's unpleasant. That's a grim outlook. Positively undesired." Am I being a jerk? I don't think I'm being a jerk. I think I'm being funny. I think this is all in good fun. No, it's definitely all in good fun. I love both Martin and Mike. I think they're both wonderful people. They're some of my favorite people on the internet, just to clarify. And me ribbing them is in the spirit of good fun. Oh no, I'm walking slow. I think we found all the surface stuff. I think we're done. Huh. Oh, whoops. Oh, fixing the salt mine. Absolutely legendary. Let's see here. Aye. Hi. No take except sibling. This stuff's been in here forever. I'm just saying. Also, can we talk about this build? What is this thing? This is... Oh my god, it's hidden. Hold up 1 second. Look at this. I'm like, okay, hold up. What a beautiful build. I have no idea who made that either, but I think it's absolutely fantastic. I won't if you don't want me to. I just had to clip the sensible English bedtimes. I won't if you don't want me to. Who are these people? I haven't met them yet. I'm cackling. Yeah, no, I mean, by all means, post it. I don't really care. I don't think either of them would take offense to that. Sometimes I'm always worried about my tone and how I come across, but I think it's all in good fun. I think we're having fun here. I think they'd have fun with that too. I would say it to their face as well. They both know that they're, you know, they drink tea, come from the English Isle, so yeah, post it. Maybe we'll start the Anarchy server beef early. Maybe they will take offense to it. Mike comes in. I don't have a bedtime. I'm a big boy. Starts hacking me with a sword. The tree's next is base. Oh. It's like directly behind the big tower, like the massive tower too. So it's like, wow, crazy tower. Mystical tree. Super cool. What does the backside look like? Oh yeah, it's just nice all around. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I want to see if we remove the mountain. Oh, look at that. Look at them go. So I can't remember who it was explicitly, but whoever's building this base gave themselves the quest of removing the mountain. And so this thing used to sit on top of the mountain, and the mountain, as you can see, was kind of like that size, and now all of it's gone. I want to see what's going on down here. Nothing, just water. Okay. Interesting. I remember... Oh, yeah, this was also built over here. There's so many nice builds on the server. It would just suck to get rid of it. We'll have the download. Maybe we'll just put it on ice for now. We can always re-upload the download if we want. This is my build. My build kind of sucks compared to everyone else's build, but I really like it. I think it's beautiful. I'm cackling. Who are these people? Bonsai Gem. Who was I talking about? Who was I talking about that you don't know? What is going on here? What is this? What are you doing? You know, I've never done that in Minecraft. Oh! The horse is mine now. I'm a genie. Oh no, where'd the horse go? No. I lost your horse. Oh, we found the horse. Okay, cool. Oh, shit. There you go. You have 3 wishes. Tell me your wishes. You do. You look like a genie when you sit. That's so funny. To the clock tower. Alright, I gotta give Tula's horse back, otherwise I'm always gonna take it. Where's Tula? Tula. 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 How do I get off again? Shift, there you go. Thank you for the ride, Tula. I appreciate that. Alright. I think, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna log off of Minecraft. We cleanse the server. We cleanse the Deep Dark, okay? Which means we can get rid of this Deep Dark Rising sign. We'll get rid of this as well. And then we're going to... I think what we're going to do... Where are we here? And then we're going to go and do some YouTube React, I believe. I think it's time to chill. Yeah, I think it's time to relax. Alright, Tula, I'm logging off. We'll be back on possibly later. I'm still trying to figure out when the Minecraft peeps are on all the time, so... We'll log off, we'll disconnect. Maybe, actually, you know what? Maybe we'll... Maybe what we'll do is, maybe we'll do the React later. What do you guys think? Should we do some React now? Or should we save React for later? Huh. That's what I want to know. What do you want to do, Cole? That's what matters. Perry Winkle, nice to see you again. I don't know what I want to do. I basically just wanted to play with my new toy. I had like a new computer, and I wanted to show it off. I wanted to show everyone that it was awesome. So, that's all I really wanted to do. I just kind of wanted to hang out. Just going along with my wants and needs. Well, in that case, my wants and needs are, I'm going to grab a quick little snack. I'll be back in 2 minutes. And then we'll see what's on YouTube. See if there's anything on YouTube. Maybe we'll just hang out and chat for a while. I'm trying to submit my taxes and getting distracted. Oh my god, you're submitting your taxes early, Bonsai. Yeah, we'll do a break and then we'll be right back. Zuma, my mother asked me if I had a bedtime toy, and I said no, it's my birthday next week. I'm wondering if I'll get one. Interesting. Mini Crochet Cthulhu. I have a Mini Crochet Cthulhu and a Snowy Owl that looks deeply upset about something. Femme Fatale, I definitely highly suggest that you put that little Crochet Cthulhu on the Twitch server. I think that'd be hilarious. Or the Discord. In the pet section. Blage. I have a Blage. I don't know what that is. Okay. Let's see here. What is this window? Nope. Nope. Live scene. Interesting. Okay, so I think here's what we're going to do. We're going to exit out of this. We're going to duplicate. I'm creating a new scene. Give me a second. This is... And then we want to... Done. No, wrong window tab. Sorry, I'm building this out here. Oh, hey, look, it's me on my own tab. Okay. All right, here we go. I think I've more or less figured this out. All hail Pierogi and the Muncie Energy Cult. Cool. We're actually going to change that. I want that header. I want that to say... There you go. Font size slightly smaller. Done. Whatever. It kind of clips out a little bit, but we're still figuring out how to do it. All right, cool. My bed toys are Blage and a Wendigo. Wendigo from YouTube plushie. Okay, so guys, everybody, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch the new Kane video. Also, that's very interesting. I'm gonna tab that. We shall go Kane Pixels. Kane Pixels, the backrooms. We're also going to cut the music. We're going to go to Kane Pixels because this bad boy showed up yesterday. And I was already rearing to go. Alright. We're also going to change the chat information here quickly. I know the screen just looks dark right now, but there is something up. Just give me 1 second. Just chatting. SCP. Alright, cool. There we go. I was just adding some new information for the stream. Stream info. New Kane Pixels vid. Plus React. Done. Cool. There we go. Everything's set. Alrighty. So, if everyone remembers, we did these Kane Pixels videos a while back, right? And there's a ton of hidden lore here. So we're going to watch the new video. We're going to see what we remember. We're going to see if we can follow along. And if we can't, we're going to watch the film theorist video and see how close we were to the theory for these backroom videos that we actually, like what we thought it was. Let me start over. If we can't figure out the lore, what we're going to do is we're going to go watch Film Theorist video, and we're going to see how close we came to the actual, like, the accepted sort of truth about it is. Because there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on with time. There's a lot going on with clipping it in and out of reality and the play around with that. So let us see what Kane Pixels has prepared for us. Also, let me know if the video is too quiet or too loud. Let me quickly adjust my... There we go.
Mark, this is Team A. Do you read us?
Hey, team, this is Mark. I read you. What is it? We need immediate armed support in room 14C. My team now being held at gunpoint by a hostile. I repeat, please send immediate armed support to room 14C.
Before we go any further, I don't know if anyone heard that. I have headphones on right now, so I kind of got a pretty good take on it. But basically, they're saying there's a hostile in room 34C. I'm being held at gunpoint.
For that panel, it should connect. 14C, 14C. 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 14C, 14C.
Okay, so this is a real interesting twist here. Are there captions for the videos? Let's see here. Closed captions. I had them on, so I guess not. So here's an interesting thing. So up until this point, it's all been found footage. This seems like more of a curated video. Like there was like a video transition there, and now we're seeing slides of different rooms. And that feels more curated to me than a found footage experience. So I'm not quite sure if that was just a stylistic choice or if that's some sort of lore-based choice. Okay, so it seems that someone's in here. They're not in a suit. They're not dressed like everybody else, so it seems that someone's gotten in here and held them up at gunpoint. So the audio is completely indecipherable here. Like, not even I can understand the audio. You're not meant to be able to. So I'm not sure. I can't tell if this is like part of the backrooms that they developed or not. No, I think this is still the office where the gateway is. He's running through some sort of tunnel at the moment, being chased. His gun is now gone. Interesting. We've seen that like bisected door, but I don't remember where we saw that bisected door. So if someone remembers, please throw it in the chat.
Patience on this. It has been a stressful 15 hours for all of us here, and while he cannot currently be with us, Dr. Beck sends his apologies regarding the numerous inconveniences caused.
Okay, is this the first time we've heard this name, Dr. Beck? Is this the first time we heard the name Dr. Beck? Is he the guy that everything's his fault? Because I remember earlier in the videos it said this is all because of him, or it's all his fault. And it was spelt backwards on a piece of paper. And is this the first time we've heard the name Dr. Beck? I feel like it might be. I'm assuming if they went through the hassle of naming a doctor, it's going to be the big bad guy.
By our decision to keep you here overnight. Now, it appears that the situation has reached a point of some stability. We're still looking into a few things, but I feel that we can now properly address what occurred without running into speculation. What happened last night should not have happened. Not here, not with us. What occurred was a gross misunderstanding that was the result of some severe information mismanagement. Even now, I believe most of you still have an incomplete idea of what took place last night. So before I fill you in, I need to address the fact that there has been information deliberately withheld from many of you on the project. Now, these choices were not made lightly and were done for only the best of reasons. However, I want to make it abundantly clear that following the events of last night, it has been proven to us that that method of conducting ourselves was not viable.
Okay, this is an interesting development. Are we about to get a lore drop here? Is this what they call the caesura in the story, like the turning point? I feel like we're about to get a lore drop here. I'll be very disappointed if we don't get a lore drop here. Like, I'm not really a fan of exposition, but if we get exposition here, I'll be happy.
So, I'm coming to you now to correct this mistake and begin delivering the authentic order of events as we understand them. On the morning of March 1st, a team of 4 researchers...
Oh, so we're going into a full recap right now, from their perspective. very interesting that they chose to do this, because this usually means like there's a turning point in a story where things are going to go like completely batshit.
Was sent into the complex to conduct their routine layout analysis. George Levy, Marvin Lee, Ronald McCarthy, and Peter Tench. At around 12:25 p.m., the group realized that they had lost track of Tench while traversing a previously accessed branch of hallways. As you'll recall, this prompted an immediate withdrawal of response back to standard, followed by several days of significant search efforts. However, those ultimately yielded nothing, and as far as any of us were concerned, Tench had simply vanished, leaving no physical trace.
So he's the guy in that first video that kind of went off to the side and clipped into like a different time in the back rooms, because that's what they do. There's like they like clipped into a different time. Okay, so very interesting. I want everybody to like, if you hear that there's some sort of deviation from like what we've actually seen, like that'd also be interesting. That if they say, oh, we're gonna withhold information, but then go ahead and put out more misinformation, that also builds the unreliable narrator. So help me keep an ear on this, everybody. Also, Rusty Krusty says, isn't the door from the time skip gate to the back rooms the one with the light dark with blue lights? I'm not really quite sure, because that one was more like open this way. I can't remember if they put like a face shield on it that goes like that. I can't remember.
Now, for obvious reasons, that wasn't something that we could disclose to the public. So, roughly 2 weeks following his disappearance, our security team was forced to put together a more acceptable cause of death that would keep attention away from this institute and provide closure to the family.
So, was the crash car simply their way of... Because in the back rooms, there's a crash car in the back room, so I'm wondering if that's the same crash car in the back rooms, or if this is just like a clip from like the real world.
So that is all close to common knowledge, I presume. Not all of you were with us at the time of the incident. However, you're certainly aware of the effects it has had on our internal procedures over the past few months. Regardless, that was where Tench's involvement in this came to an end. Or at least, that's what we assumed. Because on May 8th at approximately 5:30 p.m.
We remember this scene because I believe that's Dr. Beck looking down from the window above. He's the big evil guy with the coat jacket on.
A motion alert was sent out from the complex, which was closed off at the time. One of our senior engineers was sent down to assess the situation and discovered a male dressed in hazard gear who we were able to identify as Peter Tench. Immediately following this discovery, Tench was moved to a secure room on this floor where, over the following days, a select group of doctors were able to administer a panel of tests in order to determine what had happened to Peter.
Okay, so they actually brought him back. Okay, so that's actually information we didn't know, is that they brought him back, unless I'm just forgetting something here. But as far as I know, in the videos that we'd seen, they hadn't actually like brought him back into the real world, and that he had just continued to roam around in the back room. So this means that they brought him back.
In the 2 months he'd been gone. Those tests yielded very little useful information. By all measures, Peter appeared to be in excellent health. However, we were still provided one very useful tool in understanding how the situation unfolded from his perspective. Some of you may recall that on the day of his disappearance, Tench was his team's designated camera operator. Well, when we recovered him, he still had that camera in his possession, and in fact had documented the entire ordeal. The footage will be presented in its entirety later today. However, for the purpose of this discussion, I will only be highlighting key events. This is the hallway where Peter was last seen. They're not in view, but you can hear the others walking behind him. Now, as he approaches the branch on the right here, pay close attention to the audio.
Guys, can you hear this?
Oh, that's a good point, Rusty Krusty. Excellent health. Yeah, if you can call the violent coughing excellent health, that's right. The coughing, I forgot about that. That seemed to be like something they were really harping on. Yeah, okay, that's a good one. That's a good one to remember. That's a good call out, Rusty. Good job. Thank you.
parents do for this? Thanks.
Now, I'd like to save the discussion for afterwards, but what you just saw is what we believe to be the moment that Peter was instantaneously transported 2 months forward in time. Following that abrupt flash you just saw, Tench proceeds back out into the hallway in search of his team, but is without any indication of their presence. The next 30 or so minutes of the tape follow a fairly panicked Tench as he attempts to navigate his way back to the threshold. He does obviously find his way back. However, the threshold appears not as he knows it, but as it appeared on the date of May 8th. And this ties us back to the moment when we recovered him.
God, visceral coughing is such an underused trope in analog horror. Martin Wells makes great use of it in the Walton Files, like it's gross and perfect at the same time. Okay, so that's interesting. I've never heard of the Walton Files, Western Bear. Like, are you suggesting that we watch that on stream? Because I'm very interested in putting together a playlist of videos to watch late at night and kind of have like a little bit of a watch party. I know that Amazon Prime does a little bit of watch party. I don't really want to get into like any of those videos that they say you can stream and all that jazz. I think YouTube's still safer. So I kind of want to get into like a little bit of like a little horror night stream where we just watch creepy stuff on YouTube. And I want to make sure there's like a big playlist, like a 2-hour, 3-hour playlist that we can go through. And I don't really have to think. I don't have to look for suggestions. They're like just videos that we've recommended for the stream. So once again, please, if you have these videos, if you have these playlists, I think we're going to stay away from the Mandela catalog for now because it's not very visual. But please go to the Discord and drop your recommendations for videos like this because I'm really trying to understand analog horror and other like subgenres on YouTube. I think they're really interesting. Like analog horror has been around for a while now, so if there's like a new subgenre that's kind of coming up on YouTube, I know that some of you are a lot younger than me and a lot have your finger on like the horror pulse with a lot more acuity than I do. So please make sure to drop that in the Discord and let me know because I want to build out that playlist so we can have a bit of a late night watching stream. Ooh, the Walton Files is absolutely amazing. Martin's posting the final episode at some point in February, but it's definitely a newer staple in analog horror. It's in the vein of Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's really well done. Okay, well then I'll add that to the playlist. Rusty Crusty also heard the Walton Files is interesting. Okay, well, there you go. I guess we'll watch that next stream. But in the meantime, we still have half this video to go through. Jesus.
So, to summarize, from his point of view, he had only been inside the complex for several hours. So to him, all of the new developments surrounding the threshold were completely foreign. Luckily, though, as I already mentioned, there were people available to manage the situation as it unfolded. And over the course of the following days, we were able to properly sit down with Peter and work with him to gain a collective understanding of what had happened. However, there was still the very significant fact that Mr. Tench was considered legally deceased as a result of the cover story, and reversing that would be no easy feat. He understood this and was willing to cooperate while we looked for a way to reintegrate him without raising suspicion. Unfortunately, though, that process ended up taking quite a bit longer than we had anticipated. And all the while, Peter was sucked out here.
Yeah, you're right, Rusty. It was the big door.
We did our best to keep him engaged, but it is hard to combat the effects of prolonged sensory deprivation on the human brain. And as a result, Peter's mental state took a toll. Not to a degree that was outright concerning at first, but around the end of week 2, we noticed that he was starting to exhibit a number of behaviors common in patients diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. Though we don't have reason to believe that Mr. Tench was afflicted with that condition. Whatever the case, while he didn't express it outright, from what we could gather, he appeared to have deluded himself into believing that he was still inside some sort of illusion created by the complex, and that we were secretly looking to do him harm. This all came to a head on the night of the 22nd, when, while Tench was finally about to be transferred to a temporary above-ground residence, He broke away from us and, using stolen credentials, forced his way back into the complex where he would go undiscovered until just last night, when he ambushed and violently attacked Team B in room 14C, leaving Dr. Bloom in critical condition.
So he ran back into the back rooms? So he got out of the back rooms and then ran directly back into the back rooms because his mental health had deteriorated to the point where he thought people were trying to harm him. Okay.
We can presume that during the Jerusalem days Tench spent in the complex, he let go of the idea that he could somehow escape through an alternate threshold, but still held on to the belief that all of us here were working to trap him in some way, despite our actions saying exactly the opposite. Immediately after firing a single shot from the Remington 870 to Dr. Bloom's side, Tench fled the scene and headed to the threshold outpost, where he would turn the weapon on several more of you while progressing into standard and through the lower offices. Given the abrupt and chaotic nature of the unfolding situation, it took our security team several moments longer than it ideally should have to figure out what was happening. But thankfully, while Tench was passing through one of the empty labs next to storage, Dr. Maxwell was able to act quickly and managed to disarm him, accidentally discharging the weapon into the ceiling in the process, though. However, Tench...
Now, is this happening in the back rooms? Like, I'm remembering things with the tiles, and I can't remember if this happened in the back rooms, but... Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's just keep watching.
Still managed to avoid apprehension, fleeing into the maintenance wing and evading our security staff by taking the freight elevator to the surface. Now, this situation could have played out very badly, given the potential number of witnesses around the building at the time. But, luckily...
Okay, Rusty Crusty says he was coughing and then he experienced mental illness that can be also explained by something, maybe a parasite in his brain, that needs to get back to his natural habitat. Okay, that's interesting because they said he exhibited paranoid schizophrenia, like hearing a voice. So from what I know about schizophrenia is you don't really see things, but you hear voices and you imagine things really like intensely. I might have that wrong though. Okay, interesting. That's an interesting theory, the parasite getting back.
For everyone involved, as far as we can tell, Tench was unnoticed as he exited the property. Around 5 minutes later, our security team made it to the ground floor and began a thorough sweep in the direction of the hillside where cameras had last observed Tench. Now, there's no easy way to say this other than to just say it. I am terribly sorry to inform you all, but Mr. Tench was found deceased halfway down the hillside. The result of an extreme blow to the head. It appears that while he was running through some brush, he failed to anticipate a sudden dip in the ground and tragically fell forward into a large rock.
Uh-huh.
Given the circumstances, it was not something any of us could have anticipated or prevented. The tragedy of the entire situation undoubtedly remains.
We'll see.
Dr. Tench, regardless of how troubled he was in his final days, was a...
If the wind is right, you can sail away.
really man who gave his all to this project. He would certainly not want us hindering it in his name.
Oh, I don't think he fell and hit his head.
Is so much bigger than any one person. It is the work of a unified effort, and we need to ensure that that is never lost sight of. That we hold on to the pre-established notion that Peter is and has been deceased. That is done, and there is nothing more to be extracted.
Hold up.
More to be extracted.
Okay, so we got a syringe with some black stuff in it. Could be blood, could just be random stuff. Okay. Let's see if I can pause it. Okay, so we paused in one of these screens. How do we scrub screen by screen? Is there an ability to scrub screen by okay, maybe not. Okay. So a bunch of surveillance footage. Okay, we weren't able to go back to that. That being said, I just want to take a moment. I don't think he fell down a hill. I don't think he just randomly hit his head, because they gave motive in the same sentence that they just kind of like dismissed his death, and they're like, oh, this project is bigger than one person. And yeah, so Western Bear says, from what I've heard, schizophrenia consists of auditory, visual, and sensory hallucinations, as well as delusions. Hearing things are most common, though, according to Mayo Clinic. Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you very much for the information, Western Bear. Rusty Krusty, you must be very lucky to fall on the rock and die. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think a blow to the back of the head. So if you're gonna dip, they said did they say it was a blow to the back of the head or to the head? I think I might have to rewatch that. But anyways, if it was to the back of the head, you dip, you fall, you step in the dip, and then you fall forward and you hit the front of your head. You're not gonna be like, whoa, and hit the back of your head. Back of your head kind of like insinuates foul play. Western Bear, you can scrub frame by frame by using the greater than and less than signs between M and question mark. Oh. Okay. So we've slowed it down to go frame by frame by frame. No.
Extracted.
This is as slow as we can go. Okay. So we saw an outline photo of 3 people. We see a very messy desk. It seems to be surveillance footage of maybe a woman. I don't know what that one was, but this is surveillance footage of a street and a person running down the street. Yeah, zoom in on the person. Oh, that's a terrible noise. Okay. That's good enough for me. Phone's ringing. Alright, well, that's that. Alright. I think that's a good, like, transition video. It didn't seem like there was a whole ton of a lot happening. I think it was more just like a recap. Cole, isn't that the street from the future backrooms? Is it the street from the future backrooms? It looked like a city street, and the street from the future backrooms was a suburban street with tunnels at either ends. Yeah. But, okay, so let's... Oh, gosh. Okay, let's try and go back. Let's mute the damn video, though, because that's a terrible noise. Okay, so syringe. Where was it? Okay. So now we want to go. Let's see, how do we do this here? There you go. See, that looks like city streets to me. Like, those streets are way wider than the other ones. The other ones was like a 2-lane road, like one going this way and one going that way. And on either side of the road used to be houses. I think this is like in the, unless we haven't seen this scene before, I don't think this is in the back rooms. The back rooms was like more of a narrow sort of suburban street. Okay, there you go. What was the other one? The Walton Files. The Walton Files. Oh, it's like a whole... okay, interesting. Let's watch a little bit of the first one. We'll see if we want to watch this on stream. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot to speed it back up. There we go. I would not go to Bond's Burgers. Not with that logo. A Cyberfun Tech, Bunny Smiles Inc. restaurant, 1974. Not a chance. Not a chance could you pay. Listen, the Hamburglar was scary enough. I don't need this weird bunny rabbit with the smile that's too big and the super skinny spider nose. I don't need that in my life. I never even went to Chuck E. Cheese as a kid. You couldn't pay me. When Five Nights at Freddy's came out, I was like, you know what? This makes sense. This makes sense because Chuck E. Cheese's was terrible. Terribly terrifying. There's no way I would ever go to Bond's Burgers.
Hi, and welcome to the introductory tape to your new job at Bunny Smiles Incorporated. You have applied to a job in technical support and maintenance. What does this job particularly mean? It means that you, amongst other employees, are the one who will take care of creating a
this is
magical
kinda
and
cool.
fun experience for Bond's Burgers.
Hip hooray, the sun has got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray.
Okay, now I'm not gonna lie, that just looks like Five Nights at Freddy's fan art.
The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out today.
Let's scrub a little bit through the video.
And repair.
And look,
A really funny movie.
Okay, alright. Yeah, I think we'll watch this. I think I'll add this to the playlist. I'm going to start creating the playlist. I'm definitely going to add that, and we'll see where that's going. Okay. Alright, I think, let's look at the chat here for a second. Okay. AFK for a bit. You can scrub frame by frame. Cole, isn't that the street from the future? No, we figured it out. Buckle up. Yeah, right. He looks friendly, and look at these loving eyes. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to save this for the next stream, right? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to stream a little bit after work, I think, tonight. So, in about 12 hours from now, I'm probably going to come on and I'm going to stream for an hour. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work through all of the Walton files, but also what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the VODs and I'm going to post them to YouTube as well so everyone can watch them. And we'll move through the Walton files, and we'll also look at some of Gemini Entertainment, right? And we'll make sure to get that content out there so everyone can watch it. So you don't have to be here on the stream, even though if you could join the stream, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But that's what we're going to do. We're coming at this with a little bit of an academic lens, okay? Because Tiny Terrors is analog horror. And I kind of want to see the things that make analog horror tick. And so we're going to kind of come at it. We're going to like analyze a little bit very lightly. We're going to do some React. We're going to post that to YouTube. You can watch it there if you want to. But I think we're going to end the stream here for today. I think today was a fun stream. I think I got to play around with my new toy, my big beastly computer with the i7 and all the other cool new stuff in there. And I think now... now's a good place to end the stream because I am still a little sick. I am still a little tired. I think I need to have a nap before work, if I'm being honest with you. My office is very hot. So I really appreciate everyone for joining. I really appreciate everyone who followed the stream. ME7373, thank you so much. Or M7373, thank you so much for following the stream. Amy Rackle, thank you so much for following the stream. Suzanne the Base, thank you so much for following the stream. Ferez636, thank you for following the stream. If I missed anyone else, I deeply apologize. I love the support that you guys bring to me, and I thank you so much. I thank you so much for the support you bring. It really means a lot that you guys follow me from the stream. Tipsy Tippet, of course I came in for the end. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'll be live again in 12 hours, and also I'm going to make a habit of, from here on out, kind of planning my streams for YouTube. So what I want to do is I want to be able to have segments that I can then cut up and I can put on YouTube so that no one misses it in the future. So... thank you very much. It really means a lot that everyone here supports the podcast, not only the podcast, but the stream, and on Twitter, and, tweeting about Mike's episode, and coming here for the stream, and basically, like, just engaging with all the things I put it on the internet. I mean, I'm not going to get into real life stuff, but, it gives me a lot of courage to keep going and keep pushing and keep throwing stuff at the wall until something sticks and something, just makes everything else blow up. Because everything else is always at like for an independent person who doesn't really have like a voice online. Like I think that the podcasts do exceptionally well. By every metric, every network's metric, they do exceptionally well. you know, the YouTube channel in the past has done extremely well for how small it is. Everything that I do does really well for how small it is. But 2023 is the year where we're going to come at it and we're really going to throw as much at the wall as possible. So like I said, we're gonna take the stream VOD, we're gonna cut it up, we're gonna put it out there, we're gonna take clips, kind of like what Bonsai Gem did, where I was making fun of Martin and Mike. I highly encourage you to either send that to them or put it up on Twitter or something. That'd be really funny. But we're going to cut that up. We're going to try and utilize our content in a smarter way this year. And we're going to try and give you guys more. And we're going to try and expand this little not a cult that we have. And once again, like I said, everyone who spent money and subscribed to the stream, thank you so much. I'm going to make sure that your money is well spent and the support you give me is well spent. And I'm going to make sure that your time here is not wasted, that we're here building something. That's why I just invested over $2,000 in a new computer so that we could play, Choo Choo Charlie, which was a little ironic because it's like a $16 game. But, we can make videos now again. I can do After Effects again, which I really enjoy. We're going to keep doing the podcasts. We're just going to try and do what we can to utilize our time smarter in 2023 and try and explode things. And we're going to do this as a group, and we're going to do this as a family and as a cult. And I'm really excited to see what this year has to plan has for us. I'm going to focus on getting better at streaming as well. So thank you so much. If you have thoughts on the new overlays, if you have thoughts on some of the new widgets we're using, let me know if any notifications popped up on the screen. I have notifications. They should be working. Also, there is kind of like if you go down into below, there are now panels. So if all the panels are working, let me know. There's a donation panel, a Twitter panel, a Listen to Tiny Terrors panel, and a YouTube panel. I think that's all that's there. If anyone has any ideas what I can do with the YouTube for rebranding, I originally made it, I was just going to make it for just like podcast dumps, but now I'm really rethinking that because it's monetized. Currently, the YouTube channel is pretty underutilized and pretty dead, so I want to make use of that as well. And like I said, we're going to do this together. With your help, I'm sure that things are just going to explode, and we're going to have more friends to hang out with and talk about and geek out with and collaborate with. There's already been some great collaboration that's come out from Tiny Terrors. A lot of people doing art together, a lot of people writing and sharing their writing with other people and creating that collaborative space by way of me spreading the things I want out there, and all of us supporting each other and supporting the content we want to see on the internet. It's just so great to see, like Alec is coming out with a new podcast and they dropped a trailer and everyone made sure to go and interact with that on Twitter, and that's just an awesome byproduct. And Spicy Nigel on the Discord also with Among the Stacks, everyone going and participating in his tweets and engaging with his stuff online. That's also fantastic. I know it doesn't directly benefit me as the creator of Tiny Terrors and Town Whispers or my stream, but I still like to see it, and I still appreciate that everyone comes and brings that energy every single day. So thank you very much. And yeah. With that, I think I'm gonna end the stream. I've expressed my gratitude. I'm immensely grateful all the time, and I will continue to be grateful, and I will continue to try and put out more and more content, more and more energy for you guys. See what we can build here. 2023 is the year that I can hopefully throw off the shackles of indentured servitude to people who see me as nothing more than a number. So with that, I'm going to go have a nap so that I can mentally and physically prepare to go to work and have all the fun interactions with everybody that I always do. Oh my God. Ay, ay, ay. Bonsai Gem, thanks for the stream and take care. Westrum, bye everyone. Take care until next time. Westrum, all right. See you later, everybody. I turned my mic off too fast. See you in 12 hours, everybody.